Yes, kindly look into case scenario based question. We'll be starting with that. As I already told you, whenever it's a case based scenario, first what you should check, what and all they have asked in a MCQ, then we can go to read the case. First, how much quantity of output lost due to labor turnover they are asking. How much loss in form of contribution. Here contribution means, guys, sales into PV ratio will give you contribution. More about it we are going to learn in marginal costing. The company incurred due to labor turnover they are asking. What is the cost repairing of defective units they are asking. Calculate the profit lost by the company due to increased labor turnover. How much quantity of output is lost due to inexperience of the new worker. So, see the question. The board of the J Limited has been apprised by the general manager that the employees attrition, that is employee turnover of the company has increased. Attrition means employees leaving and going. Okay. The following fact as presented by the general manager. 1. Training period of the new recruits is 50,000 hours. If at all you take the new recruits, to train them, you have to spend how many hours? During this period, their productivity is 60% of the experienced worker. What do you mean by this? Although they work for 50,000 hours, they are working in par with 30,000 hours of the experienced worker. That is, how many hours experienced worker will take to complete the same work what these guys have done it in 50,000 hours? Just 30,000 hours. If at all it's an experienced worker, he would have taken just 30,000 hours. Just because these guys are in their training period, these guys are taking 50,000 hours. Understood? So it's not idle time. It's not being productive. It's being less efficient. They are just 60% efficient when compared to experienced worker. Time required by the experienced worker is 10 hours per unit. Generally, the experienced worker will take 10 hours per unit. Okay. 20% of the output during the training period was defective. Awesome. They are producing, no. First place mein they are producing only equivalent to 30,000 hours. In that 20% is defective, and to rectify that defective again 25 rupees we are spending. Potential productive hours lost due to delay in recruitment were 1 lakh hours. Selling price per unit is 180, PV ratio is 20. Here just remember PV ratio means profit percentage, why, how and all we are going to discuss in a marginal costing chapter. Settlement cost for the workers leaving the organization is 183,480. Recruitment cost is 156,340. Training cost was 1,13,180. You being an associate of the general manager has been asked the following question. We'll see. Shall we? First up, how much quantity of output lost due to labor turnover? Now, guys, due to training period, although they are working for 50,000 hours, they are producing the output which is equivalent to 30,000 hours, which means that 20,000 hours, although they are working, it is of no use. If at all our experienced worker work for that 50,000 hours, they would have produced something more than this, because in the 30,000 hours only they would have produced what these guys would have produced in 50,000 hours. In the extra 20,000 hours, again they would have produced more. Plus, we are losing 1 lakh due to delay in recruitment. Total we are losing 120,000 hours. Now my question is, as an experienced worker, in 120,000 hours, how many units you would have produced? As an experienced worker, to produce 1 unit, you would have taken, or in 10 hours, you would have produced 1 unit. But now you would have got, if at all you didn't leave the organization, you would have got 120,000 hours. How many hours you would have produced? Sorry, how many units? Option? Clear? Yes? How much in form of contribution company incurred loss due to labor turnover? Guys, 12,000 hours, 12,000 units we are not producing, because of which we are losing sales to the extent of 12,000 into 180. Correct? And into PV ratio, sales into PV ratio will give us contribution. PV ratio, how much they are telling? May I know how much it is? Option A. Clear? What is the cost of repairing a defectives? Guys, they are producing which is equivalent to 30, although they are working for 50,000 hours, they are producing which is equivalent to 30,000 hours. So, in 30,000 hours, as an experienced worker, how many units you would have produced? 3,000 units you would have produced, which means our trainees are taking 50,000 hours to produce how many units? 3,000 units. Now, this 3,000 units, everything is not defective. Everything is not defective. In this, 20% is defective. 600 units are defective, and to rectify this 600 units, per unit we are spending 25 rupees. Option B. Guys, 3,000 into 25 is how much? 75,000, no? See, they have given option A also. Just to confuse you guys. Because that automatically the feeling will come, no? Okay, we calculated something. They asked this, we calculated. Full. Happy. Then, just multiply it to 25. Then cry. No, sad. Calculate the profit lost by the company due to increased labor turnover. Guys, first, how much profit you are losing? 4,32,000. Plus due to defective, how much you are spending? 15,000. Plus due to your settlement cost, recruitment cost, training cost, how much you are losing together? 4,53,000. Total, please. So, as a company, you are losing 9 lakh in total. Profit lost is 9 lakh. Is it clear? Any doubts? How much quantity of output is lost due to inexperience of a new worker? 2,000 units. How? Defective. That is not lost. That we are rectifying. See, 50,000 hours, if you have given it to the experienced worker, they would have produced 5,000 units. But as you have given to the new employees, they are producing just 3,000, which means 2,000 units we are losing due to inexperience of new worker. Total, how many units you have lost? If they have asked, you would have done 12,000 units. 1 lakh due to not hiring on time, 2,000 due to this one. 10,000 plus 2,000, 12,000. Hope it is clear. Mark it as LMR. Mark it as last minute revision question. With that, we have completed our direct employee cost as well as, employee cost as well as direct expenses. However, now we are going to discuss RTP questions as well as previous year paper questions. Shall we?